Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Wild Rumya back with another lesson. Lord willing, it'll be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wahad Kakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And shalom to you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, the elect of those people that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. And shalom to the 144,000 that may you see on the highways and byways pushing this truth out nationwide, man. And shalom to the whole 100 the 1/3 men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Now we've been going into World War III, the Battle of Armageddon. These last couple of lessons I've been putting out, but prophecy is speaking louder and louder every day about this World War III. We know a few more prophecies that has to come to pass. The main one being the MOTB, which is the mark. That has to come to pass before World War III goes hot. But you're still seeing the rumors of war. You're seeing a saber rattling, and you're seeing nations speak of fighting in World War III. Now, Babylon the Great is getting prepared. If you haven't been seeing that Babylon the Great is being prepared to fight this war, you've been stuck under a rock, or the Lord has put you truly into a sleep mindset of not watching for the things that are coming on the earth. Now, as you see, it says $75,000 bonus for elders that join, paid in 3 parts. Would you join? And a lot of people are going to join because they've hit rock bottom. The economy is crashing slowly, and they have no way out. They can't get a job. Only thing they can think of is to go to the military to get the benefits. Now, I'm going to let this video play. I got a couple videos to play, and I got scriptures, like always, and Lord willing, to be edifying.
For those of you who haven't heard this already, there is a $75,000 bonus if you sign up for the military and you're a senior. This is legit. I looked it up. Kind of crazy that they're actually doing this, but it's paid 33% after you finish boot camp, and then it's paid another 33% after you finish your schooling, and then the final portion comes at the last when you get your certificate for whatever job title you're going to get, or however they do that. But yeah, they're paying $75,000 bonus as a senior to join the military, which is kind of crazy, but I guess with the numbers of military way down, they're trying to entice people to come back, I guess. I would never do that, just because the administration that's there and the projection they're showing is for sure we're going to have some kind of conflict. And to me, it's not about being proud and being defending my country. If the administration is wrong, the administration is wrong. You don't blindly just follow. Don't go in the comments and tell me I'm going to do it because I'm Gen X and I'm proud. No, if the administration is wrong and there shouldn't be a war, then no, it's not right.
And that mindset is not going to be on everybody. A lot of people are going to look at that money and be like, damn, man, that's good money, man. I can go in and fight. And even the military personnel know that you're going to be drafted, man. Which he thinks he's going to get out. Which, when a time of war, I'm not a military guy, but I know in a time of war, they won't let you out, man.
I need ages 18 to 24. Get your hush puppy head asses on a motherfucking bus. The draft is real. We is not bullshitting. You ain't got to sign up with us, but you're going to pick some motherfucking body, and fuck no, you ain't going to the Space Force. Because nobody knows what the fuck they do. They don't even know what the fuck they do. You going to get some regular shit. Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force. Y'all probably, I ain't even get that. But yeah, y'all gonna grab the hell out of that info and grab that cheap ass vest and that brown bag that look like it covered up a 40 can. Grab that motherfucking MRE and get your cheap ass on that motherfucking plane. Boy, I can't wait. I can't wait to see y'all in tears, in shambles. I could never go to the military. We gonna see. Retention rate was low. Government, I'll fix that. I'll fix your ass, boy. I can't wait, bro. Baby motherfucker, I'm on the way up. I'm almost out the door. This don't really mean nothing at all. But it do mean I was in the army at least 2.5 years. Which means I'm done. Ah! Which means I'm done. Ah! Fuck is you talking about?
See, Jake, it's all fun and games, but he doesn't know, or he haven't looked into it yet, but in the time of war, he is not getting out. So, fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Not to mock him, but the thing is, he's mocking other people that's coming in, man, that didn't choose to go in the military. But this is the time of trouble, man. The time of Jacob's trouble. The time of World War III. Time of all the prophecies being fulfilled, man. Now, you see this lady here, and we already knew through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not even seeing any information on it, but this was coming down the line as well because the women are going to be drafted at the same time as the men are going to be drafted, 18 and 26.
While everybody was talking about the fast tracking of the draft enrollment last week, not a lot of people realized what they were doing as well. This ought to be fun.
Strange things can happen, you're no stranger would it be if we met.
Did you catch that? Let me blow it up for you.
Are you coming to the tree when
And it just basically, I should have paused it so anybody want to read it. I mean, you can pause it and read it, but it says a men's Military Selective Service Act to require the registration of women for selective service. So the women are joining in as well, man. They're going to be drafted as well, man.
coming to the tree when
The National Defense Authorization Act was amended to require the registration of women into the selective service. Are you ready to send our sons and daughters off to war to die for foreign interests and central bankers? Because I'm not.
Well, you don't have any choice, man, because you're a slave here in Babylon the Great, man. So your opinion is not going to make any difference to their choice, man. Esau going to war. And a lot of people are celebrating Juneteenth today like they're free. And you're still a slave, man. And I got to get one scripture before I get this video here. You're still a slave here in Babylon the Great, man. And you celebrating a holiday that Esau gave you no reparations, no apologies, just a holiday, which just a slap in the face, man. The men of the Lord want true reparations, and that's Esau in hardcore bondage, just like we was. Let me get this scripture right quick because we are in a time of war. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. It says, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war. See that? We're in a time of war. You haven't seen any missiles shot off. You haven't seen any bombs dropped on Babylon the Great. You haven't seen any bombs dropped on Russia as of yet that I know of. But you haven't seen a full-scale war yet. But we're in that time, man. A time of war and a time of peace. And we know we're not in a time of peace. We're in a time of war. So you better buckle up, strap up, and repent because you're going to be facing this right here, man. You're going to be facing this. Because it's going to start off slow before those missiles being shot from one end of heaven to the other end of heaven. And as you see, this is off of X update. World War III is coming. Serbian president and several NATO leaders are predicting a full-scale conflict between NATO and Russia across Europe. NATO is fully engaged in the Ukrainian war, and Moscow knows it. And I'm just going to play a little portion of this because you know what war looks like. But we know this last world war is not going to be like this, but it's going to start off like this. nations are ready to fight, man. And I don't know if that was a mix of Russia's army with some other army. But the thing is, they're preparing, man. All the nations are preparing to fight. There's no turning back. There's no peace deals going to be brung up, because Russia just brung up a peace deal and they shot it down before the first day. They didn't even think about it. It shot it down. So war is on the table, and war will be fought in our lifetimes. World War III will be fought in our lifetime. I just want to hit a quick scripture, Isaiah 9:5, which we should know by heart now. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." And that's all you see, with burning and fuel of fire, man. You might have a couple of skirmishes here and there, but mostly it's going to be missiles, man. The technology is not like the technology they had in the ancient world. The technology they have now is all about rockets and grenades and missile launchers and missiles, and the list goes on and on. Like I said, I'm not a military guy, but the writing's on the wall, man. Now I'm gonna play this video here, and you see it's Annie Cobson, just like a Cobson, Annie Jacobson, nuclear countdown, only 26 minutes left to save humanity. Now, this is a podcast, and this is what these Edomites are saying on their podcast. When they go on there, they podcast, they talk about this rapper, that rapper, who messing with who. Esau is talking about World War III and the destruction of nations. Now, I'm going to play this video, man. And that goes to show you whose mindset is in this world, man. And Jake's mindset is in this world, but this is Esau's world. That's the point I want to make. This is Esau's world. This is his kingdom. And he knows it's going down violently. But Jake is still bullshitting, partying, having a good time, man, not knowing that they're going to be destroyed in thermonuclear destruction, man. Now let me play this video. And she hits the scriptures right on the head of it, man. She's quoting the scripture without even knowing it. Because it's only going to take let me play the video. I'm on rambling. Go ahead.
26 minutes and 40 seconds from a launch pad in the Soviet Union to the East Coast. Mm-hmm. And it happens in 3 phases. Very simple and interesting to remember, because then suddenly all of this makes more sense. Boost phase, mid-course phase, and then terminal phase, okay? Boost phase, 5 minutes. That's when the rocket launches. So you just imagine a rocket going off the launch pad and the fire beneath it. Again, that's why the satellites can see it, okay? Now it's becoming visual. Now it makes sense to me, right? 5 minutes, and that's where the rocket can be tracked. And then imagine learning, wait a minute, after 5 minutes, the rocket can no longer be seen from space. The satellite can only see the hot rocket exhaust. Then the missile enters its mid-course phase, 20 minutes. And that's the ballistic part of it, where it's kind of flying up at between 500 and 700 miles above the Earth, mm-hmm. and moving very fast and with the Earth until it gets very close to its target. And the last 100 seconds are terminal phase. It's where the warhead re-enters the atmosphere and detonates.
So how long does it take for a missile to reach the East Coast of the United States from a submarine?
A nuclear-armed, nuclear-powered submarine is as dangerous to civilization as an asteroid, okay? They are unstoppable. They are unlocatable. The former chief of the nuclear submarine forces, Admiral Michael Connor, told me it's easier to find a grapefruit-sized object in space than a submarine under the sea, okay? So these things are like hell machines. And they're moving around throughout the oceans, ours, Russia's, China's, maybe North Korea's, constantly. And we now know they're sneaking up to the east and west coast of the United States within a couple hundred miles. How do we know that? Why do we know that? Well, I found a document inside of a budget that the Defense Department was going to Congress for more money recently, and showed maps of precisely where these submarines, how close they were getting to the eastern seaboard.
So wait. So nuclear subs are getting within 200 miles.
Couple hundred miles, yes. They weren't precise on the number, but when you look at the
Couple
map,
hundred.
yep. And that's when you're talking about under 10 minutes from launch to strike.
Undetectable.
In real time, you cannot find a nuclear submarine.
So that's a heavy, heavy video. Because she explained to you how America will be destroyed in 1 hour. And they said it's so impossible to even detect a nuclear submarine. It's like a grapefruit in space. That is bananas, man. And they know they're getting close to the seaboard, she said, man. So this is the Lord's movie, and it's playing out right before your eyes, man. The Lord is dictating the nations to fight war, and you're a part of it, man. If you are in this truth, you are a part of His movie, man. You are part of that book that was written, the book of life, man. This is Joel 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 9 and 10. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war," and it's already prepared, man. You're seeing the nations being prepared to fight. And the allies of these nations are coming to their sides of the nations that they're going to stand behind. Now, you've seen North Korea had Putin pull up today. And now, tomorrow, Putin is going to Vietnam. So the nations are jockeying for place with the nations, man. So you have nations are signing pacts with other nations to protect them, just like Ezekiel 38 said Russia would do. So we'll see what Vietnam says with Russia tomorrow, but North Korea will also be getting armed with long-range missiles, man. If not nuclear missiles from Russia, man. So this thing is heating up, man, more than we ever knew. We only can see what's happening on the stage, but we don't know what's going on behind the stage. Because the world is a stage, man. And the men of the Lord are just bringing this information out as we see it. This is Joel 3 and 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." And the nations are not the farming nations and all the nations that usually are not fighting nations. They are ready and prepared to fight. You're seeing the nations equipping themselves and getting behind the nation that's going to back them, man. And like I said, man, the closer and closer we get to this World War III, man, the major events are going to happen here in Babylon the Great. You got your dollar crashing. You got the MOTB. The time of Jacob's trouble, all hell breaking loose. You have another major sicknesses coming. These are prophecies that we know are going to come to pass during the time of Jacob's trouble. But you also, EMPs, man, knocking out the power grid. These are all things on the table as well, man, because those things are going to happen. We don't know when, can't say it's going to happen what day, but we know it's going to happen through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. This is the way the Lord is going to have this place go out, man. This is Isaiah 34, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all the things that come forth of it." Listen up. "For the indignation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is upon all nations." See, the Lord is not picking a side. His people is his side, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is choosing Israel. It's Isaiah 14 in verse 1. He's not with these nations because Yahweh Shah is going to fight against these nations, man. "For the indignation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is upon all nations." So Babylon the Great is not, excluded from the Lord being against it, man. This is the main nation the Lord is coming against, man. He set up the other nations to take this place down. He says, For the indignation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. So you join into Esau's army, the Lord is going to be against you, man. because the Lord put you in his army to fight against you. You're not just being drafted, a lesson the other day, you're not just being drafted to fight against the other nations. You're also being drafted to fight against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. And that's the armies, man. You're being put in the army, you're set up to be destroyed, man. He says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and in the mountains shall be melted with their blood. See that? You're going to be destroyed in his army, man. And a lot of people are going to choose to go into the army, man. A lot of blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, they're going to see this is the only way out because they rejected the men of the Lord and they rejected the Lord's word, man. So their blood is going to be melted in these mountains, man, in what it's called the so-called Middle East, which we know is not the Middle East, but we refer to it like that because that's what people have come to understand what we're talking about, the Middle East. But it's Asia. Verse 4 says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. See that? That's that burning and fuel of fire, those missiles, man. Those intercontinental ballistic missiles, and also those missiles that you seen in the video, man. They're gonna roll together like a scroll too, man. But the main ones we know is those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. You're gonna be able to see them from heaven. It says, and all their host, all the armies shall fall down. See that? Your army, you join to this Esau's army, you're gonna be destroyed with those missiles, man. As a leaf falleth off the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. See that? You're going to be destroyed, man. With no power or no hope to save you out of harm's way. You're slated to be utterly wasted, man, and utterly destroyed. This is your fate, man, for rejecting the Lord, man. Like we brung our lessons several times, man, to repent and return to the Lord, man, before the evil days come, man. The judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua comes. This is Revelation 19, and verse 11, it says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness doeth he judge and make war. See, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is making this war. He's putting the spirit on Esau, which is the Babylonians, which you can call them Americans, to continue to push this war on. He's putting the spirit on them to go against the Russians and the Chinese. As also, he's putting in the spirit of the Russians to come against the Babylonians, man. The Lord is making war. It ain't Esau thinking, well, I'm just going to go to war. He put it on the small hatters to go to war. And I forgot about this. I didn't bring this up, but the small hatters are talking about full-scale war with Lebanon, which is the... not the Houthis, but the, damn, they slipped my mind. The Lebanon army, damn, maybe it hit me, maybe the spirit hit me with the name. I mean, you should already probably know it, but the small headers are ready to go to war too, man. So the Lord is putting a spirit of war on the earth. The Lord is making war. And it's not going to be denied, man, what's coming. You're not going to say, well, y'all didn't say the war's coming. Yeah, man. You must not have been paying attention. If the men of the Lord haven't been speaking of this war for many years, starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone down, we've been speaking of it, man. And the Lord is putting his spirit on Esau to fight this war, man. And the Edomites are Russians, and the Edomites are the Americans as well, man. So the spirit of war is in the earth. And the Lord spoke of this here in Luke, which we know is a deeper meaning to this, but I want to get the point because this is clear how Esau thinks. But like I said, let me read it. It says, let me get it in GNT. That make it look clearer for anyone hearing for the first time. This is Luke 14 and 30. Because we come from a common sense power, man. And Esau, his power is Satan on the left hand side. So he thinks he's in control of everything, man. But listen to this. This is Luke 14, verse 30. It says, "You began to build, but can't finish the job. They will say, if a king goes out with 10,000 men to fight another king who comes against him with 20,000 men." So basically, if you are outnumbered, you would make peace. See, but the Lord has put on the spirit of Esau to fight. You got enough. Putting the spirit on Satan on the left hand side to tell him that if you go to war, you're going to win. If you put this war together, you're going to accomplish your NWO. You're going to establish everything you dreamed of having. You're going to establish it. The Lord is telling him, he was talking to the large multitude in a common sense way. Because he mostly spoke to everybody in parables. But the disciples, the men of the Lord, he spoke to them in parables. It's right here he spoke in a common sense way for them to understand clear. He says, verse 31 again, it says, "If a king goes out with 10,000 men to fight another king who comes against him with 20,000 men, he will sit down first and decide if he is strong enough to face that other king." See that? Esau is going to have multi-front wars, man. America is going to be hit with multi-fronts. You got North Korea. I'm just going to name a couple of them. You got North Korea, South Korea. You got Russia in the yellow and blue, which is you. I don't know if they still flagging for that, saying in that nation. But you got Russia and the U. Then you got China and Taiwan. Those are just three. Not include the ones in Africa, the fronts in Africa, the fronts in Greece with Turkey, not including the small hatters. So these are multi-front wars, man. So they're gonna have more than just the what they have to fight. So they're gonna have to have a draft. They're gonna have to get other nations to fight. They're gonna have to get migrants to get in the army because it's gonna be so many fronts that they're gonna have to use all their resources to fight, man. That's why your kids are gonna go into World War III and not make it back. Anybody that's sent off to the so-called Middle East, which we know is not the Middle East, but if you're sent off to fight, that person will not return. Whoever's sent off in a war will not return, man. And these people are being, I'm still in a military town, and these people are being sent off right now, man. And you won't see them again. You won't see them to the kingdom of heaven. So let me get back to it. So verse 32, it says, "If he isn't, he will send messengers to meet the other king to ask for terms of peace while he is still a long way off." See, if you don't have enough to fight, you will ask for peace. You wouldn't go into a war knowing you can't win. America doesn't have they have no nuclear defense system. They have no missile defense system that will protect them from an intercontinental ballistic missile. They have no Iron Dome. They have no David Sling. They have none of that to protect Babylon the Great. This place is truly an unwalled village, man, with no protection. They never thought that war would ever come here. And that was the Lord putting a trick bag on them, man. So if you know that you don't have this to protect yourself, you know you don't have enough people to fight, you would ask for peace. But the pride of Esau, he doesn't want peace. He wants to fight. And let me get this real quick, man, because the Lord set Esau up to be destroyed. And it's plain for us to see that. It's plain for us to see that Esau was slated to be destroyed, man. This is Proverbs 20, drop down to verse 17. It says, "What you get by being," I got to go back to the King James. Proverbs 20 and verse 17. It isn't read right. You know, you hear it so many times you don't read right. 20 Proverbs 20 and 17. It says, "Bread of deceit is sweet to a man." See that? He is lying to himself, man. He's asking his astronomers and monthly procrastinators, should he go to war? And they telling him, yeah, you have everything you need to accomplish the victory. But he knows that he got him in the trick. But all their their what they call those. They have war games that they put on a computer to see if they will win. And every time they put their war games against different nations, they lost. So the Lord is using Satan on the left hand side to continue to pull the strings of Esau, these Babylonians, man. Babylon the Great over here. He's still pulling their strings to make them think they have a chance to win, man. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterward his mouth shall be filled with gravel. Every purpose is established by counsel. See that? Every purpose is established by counsel. So if you're getting wise counsel, you're going to make the right decision. And he's not getting wise counsel. It says, and with good advice, make war. See that? With good advice, make war. They're not getting good advice, man. And they're making war not knowing that they're set up to be utterly wasted, man. You make war with good advice. You don't go in with your head down, hoping to win. This ain't a sport, man. This is deadly serious, man. And we know Esau was slated to be destroyed, man. And the scriptures clearly tell you that. If your spirit is the Lord has put the spirit on you to get in this word, there's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. There's no way you can't see Esau not getting destroyed, man. There's no way you can't see that Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. Proverbs 24 and verse 1. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. See that? Don't be envious. Oh, he got this, he got that. But it's going to be taken from him, man. You want to go to war with Esau and think, well, I'm going to fight for my nation that's never been your nation? For their heart's study of destruction. See that? The wicked and evil men, their heart's the study of destruction. How can I destroy this person? How can I destroy this people? How can I destroy the earth? This is what they want to go. They want to go to war to cut down on a population anyway, man. And their lips talk of mischief. See that? Their lips talk of mischief. Getting these people to get the jab. And should have the army got the jab, man. Through wisdom is a house builder. See that? Wisdom, that's how you build a kingdom. Through wisdom. Through wisdom is an house builded, and by understanding it is established. See that? By understanding it is established. He has no wise counsel, man. And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increases strength. And see, as Esau goes down, the men of the Lord are coming up. And it's all spiritual, man. For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war. See that? By wise counsel, then you should make your war. And in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. See that? When you got a lot of men that's speaking and tell you what's right, you're going to make good decisions, man. And that's in life as well. So if you got somebody that you take advice from and you respect them and they give you good wise counsel, then you're going to be safe, man. There's options and decisions you make, you're going to be safe, man. And that's why the Lord set the men of the Lord up the way he set it up, man. He set up the apostles and elders. He set up men under them. He set men up under them. And all of us, we all basically connected one way or another through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And you watch a brother video, you get an understanding. You get wise counsel on different things, on how to deal with the world. The Lord set it up perfectly, man. And if you don't take heed to it, then it's not meant for you. And I know everybody's not going to get it. But the point is, if you let your guard down and repent to the Lord, he will open your mind up to understand the way he has things set up. And that comes from repenting. But I want to get this real quick. This is Israelites, man. This is our law. As you see, it says laws of warfare. Now, we've been given wise counsel. And it's always been said through all the history of the Israelites, man. Now I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, this is Deuteronomy 20 and 1. It says, when thou goest out to battle against thy enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them. See that? Be not afraid of them. But we just read what Yahweh Shah told him, if you have more to fight, you know what I'm saying, don't fight against them, make peace. So we know the Lord has been with the children of Israel, man. And it's going to say that here. But the thing was, it's a difference between the heathens and the Israelites, man, because we are the chosen people. Let me get back to it. It says, but be not afraid of them, for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, thy power is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. See that? The Lord has always been with us until we went off. He says, and it shall be when ye are come nigh unto battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint, fear not, and do not tremble. And the Lord put the Spirit on us always to be strong and mighty in spirit and in physical form, man. The Lord has always been with us, man, to fight the battles that we needed to fight, man, against our enemies. And we're in a spiritual battle now, man. So the Lord don't want us to fear. You men of the Lord that believe and have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you go on the highways and byways. This is not a fearful thing for us. We are being prepared for battle. It says, neither be ye terrified because of them. See that? For Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. See that? We know the Lord is with us, man, to fight against our enemies, man. So you being in this truth, you shouldn't be afraid of Esau, man. They're going to come in like a flood. They're going to put you in camps or whatever. We know we are in good company, man, because we got Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah as our power, man. And I want to say this too, man. I just seen 2 videos, man, about the angels appearing with brothers, man. One of the brothers, I think he's up in Idaho, or I forgot the camp. I think it was Idaho camp. He was cutting grass, and angel came up on him, man. They spoke to him and chopped it up with him, man. And I can't say I didn't see him, but just through the Spirit, you take men's word for what it is, man. And also the brothers out in Cali, LA camp, angel appeared at that camp over the weekend, man, and stood behind them. So the Lord has got the Spirit on us to continue to push His word, man, because the angels encamp around those men that fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. We've been given examples of angels being around men here in this lifetime, man. So that should just inspire you to do more, because the Lord is truly with us, man. Just like He was in the ancient world, in before, in our past lives, man. Deuteronomy 4:20, verse 5, it says, and the officers shall speak unto the people, saying, what man is there that hath built a new house and hath not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man dedicated. So the Lord gave it options. If it's happened, then you go back. You don't fight. So when this draft comes, you're not gonna have any options where you just had a baby, or you just got a new job, or you just bought a new house, or you bought a new. You're not gonna have no options, man. Verse 60 says, and what man is he that hath planted a vineyard and hath not yet eaten of it? Let him also go and return unto his house, lest he die in battle, and another man eat of it. Verse 7, it says, and what man is there that hath betrothed a wife and hath not taken her? Let him go and return unto his house, lest he die in battle, and another man take her. And the officers shall speak, and that goes to show you that if you marry, you won't be in the war. You won't go to war. You go back home to your wife. Verse 8, it says, and the officers shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? So you scared, you don't want to fight? Speak up. Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint as well as his heart. And it shall be, when the officers have made an end of speaking unto the people, that they shall make captains of the armies to lead the people. When thou comest nigh unto the city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it. So when you go, you make peace. Make sure they want you sure you don't you want to fight. You try to make peace with it. And it shall be, if it make thee answer of peace and open unto thee, then it shall be that all the people that is found therein shall be tributes unto thee, and they shall serve thee. So if you don't want to fight, you basically they'll give themselves over to us. They'll become slaves unto us, and they'll be tributaries to us. And that's what's going to happen in the war after this war. The nations, because all the nations are not going to die in this destruction. All the nations are not going to be put to death. But you're going to have nations after this last world war. We're going to go when we come down. Lord willing, I'm a part of that now, but come down from chariots, and we're going to regain the earth. And all the nations are going to be tributaries to the Israelites for 1,000 years, or for many more years than that. I'm just speaking of now. You know what I'm saying? But they'll always be tributaries to us, man, because we're going to control the whole entire earth. He says, be tributaries unto thee, and they shall serve thee. See that? They're going to be slaves unto us. And that's going to happen, like I said, after this Third World War, the Battle of Armageddon. And if it will make no peace with thee, but will make war against thee, then thou shalt besiege it. And when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua thy power have delivered it unto thy hands, thou shalt smite every man thereof with the edge of the sword. See that? So when the Lord give the nations over to us, we're going to put the men to death. But the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all of the spoil thereof, shall thou take unto thyself. See that? The women and their children we're going to take unto ourselves, but the men will be put to death. And that's all through the scriptures, man. That's what happened. He says, verse 14 again, it says, but the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is therein, the city, even all the spoils thereof shall thou take unto thyself, and thou shalt eat the spoils of thy enemies, which Yahweh Hashem Yahushua thy power have given thee. Thou shalt do unto all the cities which are very far off from thee, which are not of the cities of these nations, but the cities of these people, which Yahweh Hashem Yahushua thy power doeth give thee for an inheritance. Thou shalt save alive nothing that breatheth. See that the Lord is not going to spare these nations, man. And that's what's going to happen again, man. This is soon to happen again. This is a beautiful movie the Lord has set up. And Lord willing, we endure to the end to be a part of it. So Lord willing, I'm in it there. Lord willing, was edifying. Shalom. Shalom.